Hello there and welcome to the Nissan Stadium on week 24 of the J1 season. Yokohama F Marinos, joint top and the defending champions, are at home for the Saturday night 7:30 kickoff for the second week in a row against tricky mid-table opposition who have picked up considerably since the season's midway point. Last week it was Gamba Osaka whom they beat 2-1. Tonight F.C.Tokyo are the opposition to Australians in the dugouts, Kevin Muscat and Peter Lemofsky, who returns to the Nissan, having been a coach here under Ange Postecoglou in the title-winning season. He's hit the ground running with 4 wins in 6 since replacing Albert Puig at the helm of F.C.Tokyo after Puig resigned in mid-June. But the toughest test yet of his Tokyo tenure is the short hop here, 22 kilometers south from Chofu City to the Yokohama Arena. It's a meeting tonight of 2 of the 8 J1 clubs inside Tokyo's greater metropolitan area. Close geographically, but not so when it comes to the league table. 15 points the gap between the Marinos, who are level pegging still with Vissel Kobe at the top, and 10th placed FC Tokyo. Kota Watanabe recently celebrated a ton-up of J1 appearances, and he is celebrated correctly tonight. Key part of the settled Marinos team, Watanabe operating at the base of the midfield alongside Takuya Kida, ever present this season, and a part of the title-winning squads in 2019 and indeed last season.
Watanabe Kota 選手、おめでとうございます。
Nice moment there for Kota. So joint top against 10th here, going into the closing straight of this 2023 J1 season. It's going to be so engrossing to see what happens between the Marinos and Vissel Kobe. There's been next to nothing separating those two at the top so far. Mainly it's been Kobe with the slight edge, then come the Marinos mid-season climbing to the top. But one of their former players trying to take them down tonight, Teruhito Nakagawa, by the way, who comes into the FC Tokyo team. But the Marinos had their mid-season blip. Back came Kobe. The upshot is those two clubs are level on points, both 14, 5 and 4. Marinos have scored 3 goals more than Kobe, but have also conceded 5 more. So there's a differential of 3. That is how close it is at the top between Vissel Kobe and Yokohama F Marinos here in the 2023 J1 season. So it's a lovely moment there for Peter Lemofsky, 2 Aussies in J1. But trying to take each other down tonight. Just 1 change for the Marinos, and even that's enforced. Jose Albert's red card against Gamba Osaka last week means the Brazilians' run of starting every match this season comes to an end. Amongst the wealth of attacking candidates to replace him on the left of the front 3 is Ryo Miyaichi there, off the bench 8 times this season. The 30-year-old former Arsenal winger makes his first start in the league for the Marinos in 13 months. Elsewhere, this team pretty much picks itself. Today's referee, Junpai Ida, once broke the world record for showing the fastest ever red card in a professional league match. 9 seconds is all it took him to dismiss a Tokyo Verdy player back in 2009. He's averaged just over 2 yellow cards a match in his duties officiating the Marinos and FC Tokyo hitherto this season. Our VARs are Kazuyoshi Enomoto and Mitsu Taketa. The 2 changes Peter Lemofsky has made to his winning FC Tokyo team are enforced as well. Seiji Kimura, the highly rated 21-year-old centre-half, gets a chance to show just how highly, as he makes just his 2nd start of the season alongside Masako Morishige in place of the suspended Brazilian Enrique. Up front, Teruhito Nakagawa returns to the club, where he was not only a title winner in 2019, but also the joint top scorer for the Marinos alongside Marcos Jr., where he made 140 J1 appearances across 8 seasons. Two Australians on the benches, always it seems operating in the slipstream of Ange Postecoglou, whose 2019 title winning with the Marinos was emulated by Kevin Muscat last season. Postecoglou's assistant during the first 2 years of his stint as Marinos coach, including for the title win, was today's visiting manager, Peter Lemofsky, whose impact since replacing Albert Puig in mid-June has been instant. 4 wins in 6 league games, including over Nagoya Grampus. They've won 2 on the spin coming into this one. Nice moments there. Miyachi and Nakagawa, former teammates on opposite sides today. So under the Saturday night lights at the Nissan, Yokohama F Marinos go looking for a 9th home win in 12 in the league this season. F.C.Tokyo have won just twice away, but the second of those came on their last away day at Cerezo, Osaka, a fortnight ago, courtesy of a single strike from Kuryu Matsuki. On 8 minutes, they held on to it. Matsuki forced off with injury late on against Kyoto Sanga last week, is one of the absentees today, so they've switched it around a little as Keigo Egachi expected to just drop alongside Kei Kazumi as the two protecting the back 4. Ryoma Watanabe wearing 11, he will slot into the middle play-making role behind Diego Oliveira with Nakagawa and Taura Sumida wide right and left respectively. So it's the Marinos trying to establish possession in this limited edition strip which they're wearing at mid-season here at Yokohama. Set up camp immediately. 8 is Kida. Shot came back off the upright last week and was forced home by Jan Matthias to open the scoring against Gamba. Actually gone over 4 hours in J1 without scoring prior to last week's match. The Marinos had a little bit of a blip mid-season. They seem to have picked up again. This is Jan Matthias. Anderson Lopez gives chase. Second top scorer behind Yuya Osako. With 16 goals, Anderson Lopez. So they're level pegging at the top of the table. They have the top 2 scorers in the league as well, Vissel Kobe and the F Marinos this season. Anderson Lopez out onto the right-hand side, teaming up with Jan Matthias. One of those wearing the pink boots today. It was both last week. Nagato wearing 2 there. Attack-minded fullback with Matsubara on this right-hand side wearing 27. That's Kida, seeing plenty of the ball early doors here. Nagato. Miyachi cuts inside. It's done well there, Miyachi. Footed from Morishige. Watanabe, it's all Yokohama F Marinos in the opening moments here. Really look to establish this high tempo. Nishimura plays in that number 10 role behind the front 3. Diego Oliveira wearing 9 there, leading the line, but content to drop deep. It's Nakagawa who sends that into Hiroki Ikura. Very interesting player. His first year since joining from the Marinos. Had the long career, a couple of loan spells elsewhere, but generally speaking, he's been an F Marinos man. 140 J1 appearances across those 8 seasons, and a huge part of the 2019 title team in particular. F Marinos looking to become only the 3rd club to win back-to-back J1 titles on 2 occasions, joining the Antlers and Kawasaki Frontale. Tangle there between Nishimura and Igachi. Lifted over the top for Taura Tsumeda. First year on the team for the 19-year-old, highly rated winger. But Peter Lemofsky So far, so good. Him in charge of F.C.Tokyo, marching out on his own, has not always been a success story for Lemovsky. The Sydney-born coach of F.C.Tokyo had a difficult spell at Shimizu S-Pulse after going alone, having assisted Ange Postecoglou here at the Nissan. Good stuff so far, though, at the Ajinomoto. Watanabe. Eduardo, the left-footed centre-half. Keep putting the numbers up with the Brazilians. The F Marinos. Here's another of them, Jan Matthias. A bit awkward that from Watanabe. But Nagato has it. Finds Miyachi. Matthias can't play him in. But nice idea. And they're trying to work their combination play inside that F.C.Tokyo danger zone here, though. The F Marinos. Miyachi, back-to-back FA Cup winner with Wigan and Arsenal in the early part of the 2010s. His entire professional career outside Japan until returning over the last couple of years. His last start before today in the league, June 2022. He's had 1 or 2 injury concerns. And it's also worth pointing out as well that for the first time on the bench today for the F Marinos, they have Nam Tae-hee, the Korean, picked up at the start of August. And there's going to be real pressure on the F Marinos squad as we head into the closing straight of this season, because they'll have AFC Champions League football to contend with as well, and the squad is likely to be stretched. The draw for the Champions League will be made on Thursday. They'll know their group stage opponents, the Marinos. Miyachi in behind. Anderson Lopez was at square. Nishimura arriving too. Try and work the ball clear. Nakagawa does well. It was Watanabe pushed out wide. There he is, Peter Lemovsky, looking to continue in the fine Aussie tradition of J1 coaches. Shinosuke Atanaka. Watanabe helps him out. Matsubara. So Matthias, really pacey and alert defending there from Kei Kozumi. Sharp backtracking there from the midfielder. One of the newcomers this season from Sagantos Sudaike. Still wasn't holding back and challenging Jan Matthias there. Aggression has to be the approach here as they try and cut down the supply lines to the front three: Miyachi, Anderson Lopez and Jan Matthias. Room of the F.C.Tokyo midfield, a crucial area tonight. Here's Anderson Lopez. Matthias. Little give and go there with Watanabe. Nagato forwards. Disappointing end product with that cross there. Yeah, 21st start tonight for Katsuya Nagato. Pretty much ever present since arriving in 2020. slow there on the uptake. The F Marinos is Watanabe. Diego Oliveira. Nagatomo. Body's back. There's still room to be had here for FC Tokyo. It's Nakagawa. Crossing chance, 3 in the box. Watanabe with the connection. Yeah, it was far too much room afforded the wine player there just to swing that ball in. And 3 white shirts in the area. A lot of room for Watanabe. Look at that. Unable to do anything productive, really. Either steer that header on target or try and just nick it on and in behind. Reminder again that you can get out Yokohama FC Marinos. Still 0-0. 11 minutes gone here at the Nissan. Never to keep you posted with Vissel Kobe playing Kashiwa Reysol. In theory, a 3-pointer there for Kobe. Hoisted over the top. First touch was a little bit heavy. It might drop for Nishimura. Miyachi was in. And it's up and over on the follow-up for the opening goal. Nagato, delightful little finish. Kept his composure, knew the goalkeeper was nowhere, and has just lifted that up and over. The F Marinos have the breakthrough, thanks to left-back Katsuya Nagato here. Yeah, he was on, wasn't he? Miyachi. So that first face didn't quite work out. Good block by Nozawa. Just denying Anderson Lopez. But then when the ball squeezes out, Nagato does this. Delightful little finish, 1-0. Second goal of the season for the left back. He scored at Gamba in May. And that settled the F Marinos here. Well, there had been a fair bit of pressure. They'd set up camp in the FC Tokyo half in the early stages here and have the breakthrough, but immediately Nakagawa trying to hit back. That's a good, strong challenge by Eduardo, nice and honest. The industrial centre half that any team needs if they're going for a title. Back for Kimura. Now they were caught very, very flat with that long ball forward. Ryo Miyachi there, FC Tokyo. Oh, just squeezed away from Nozawa. Here's Eduardo. Sit up and over. Miyachi looked good in the opening 13 minutes here. Anderson Lopez sets it up. Here's Miyachi again. Nagato. Atanaka. Jan Matthias. Watanabe, Matsubara. Matthias again, always finding those little pockets. Watanabe, and again the give and go to Watanabe. Mass ranks there of the FC Tokyo defence. Back round they come again here, the Marinos. Nishimura. Scorer back for Nishimura. No, not that time. Safety in numbers for F.C.Tokyo. Hatanaka just grappling there with Diego Oliveira. Causing problems for Hatanaka. Another two-time J1 winner, 2019 and 2022, Shinsuke Hatanaka. Shirai. Spoiling tactics again from the Marinos as and when needed. Time from Ryo Miyachi. F.C.Tokyo free kick here. F.C.Tokyo are winless in 5 against the Marinos. It's a run that incorporated an 8-0 defeat here in November 2021. It spelled the end of Kenta Asegawa's tenure as the F.C.Tokyo boss. Down here, but free kick opportunity. Delivery needs to be better. It's a good attacking situation, that, and it's a gift of a set piece, but that's just not good enough, I'm afraid. He will know it. A little bit loose this from the Marinos. They just managed to work it to Ken Matsubara. It's back for Ikura. Same goal at the moment. Deputising, by the way, for Junichi Mori. He got injured a fortnight ago. Ikura came in for that Gamba match last week. Early ball forward, nicely taken down there by Anderson Lopez, wrestling with the defender. Still has it, Anderson Lopez. Jan Matthias in support. Spun out wide for Miyachi. Matthias with the back heel, and the follow-up shot is kind of awkward. Didn't get hold of it properly there, did he, Ryo Miyachi? But again, that little cute, crafty combination play. Real thorn in the side of FC Tokyo.Physicality of Anderson Lopez again here, a feature in how that attack was allowed to unfold. Anyway, spooling it all the way back there to the challenge on Nakagawa. To all the Marinos. Here's Takuya Kida. Here's Jan Matthias.4 options. Jan Matthias just plays it to the edge of the area. Subaru has gone central. Seems to be caught there by Nakagawa after the ball had gone. Yeah, not the smoothest of challenges here from Teru Nakagawa.Japan international Nakagawa won a couple of caps back in for the East Asian Cup fixtures last summer. Never mind. The Marinos had won 7 in a row, 5 in the league before the 2-2 draw at Nagoya Grampus on the 8th of July, which began a run of 4 without a win. So a run that incorporated that stunning 4-1 home defeat to Makita Zelvia in the Emperor's Cup Round 3. dumped out by the Tokyo sides. Makita Zilvia, who we are likely to be seeing, by the way, in J1 next season. He had a great campaign at the top of the second division. Club of the moment in many ways in Japan, Makita Zilvia. Healed away by Kimura. Is Eduardo. Smoothly done. Ishimura. Kida's pass. Got it right that time. But up until that Zilvia match just over a month ago, the Marinos had won 11 of 13 at home, 7 in the league. All 3 home matches in the group stage of the J.League Cup, Livan Cup. Beaten second division Briabeka Urayuso in the first round of the Emperors. Then they suffered that dip in fortunes. Seem to be back on track here, fighting on multiple fronts as well. The aforementioned AFC Champions League campaign coming up. They're also in the quarter-finals of the J.League Cup. That'll be coming around quickly, as too are F.C.Tokyo. The Marinos have got Consadole Sapporo. That's winnable. F.C.Tokyo as well must be hopeful of getting past Avispa Fukuoka. Two-legged ties scheduled for the 6th and the 10th of September. F.C.Tokyo, 3-time winners of the J.League Cup, most recent of those 2020. Marinos won it in 2001 and lost 7 semi-finals since in the J.League Cup. Today's opponents, F.C.Tokyo, are out of the Emperors. They too were beaten by lower league opposition in the last 16. Ruaso Kumamoto 1-2-0 at the Ajinomoto. Room has opened up here on the counter-attack. Tawarat Sumida is going to cut it across to that near post, and Diego Oliveira has bundled the ball over the line. Well, the Marinos have looked vulnerable on occasion this season, and again they were caught in possession. A swift counter-attack is sometimes all you need, and a swift counter-attack is what F.C.Tokyo have produced there. Diego Oliveira has levelled things up here at the Nissan. Look at this room for Tawarat Sumida. I mean, the cross was defendable as well, but Diego Oliveira doing what every good centre-forward does, getting there and making sure. Doesn't matter if it's untidy. Just got to wrestle possession and get that ball over the line, and that's what Oliveira has done. 12th goal of the season for the Brazilian. So that lifts him above Kasper Junker's tally, with whom he was level on 11 coming into today. And the heat break, drinks break here. It's going to be a VAR call, indeed. Just past the midway point here in this first half. Now then, what will our referee see here? Junpei Ida. So, let's have a look. Slow it down. Across it comes. I'm not sure that's a handball, is it? Eduardo, yeah, just tries to clear it, wrap his leg around, plays it against Diego Oliveira. And it's hit his midriff there, and not his arm. So he had a great run, 8 in 8 at the end of May, start of June, including both in the return fixture against the Marinos, which was a 3-2 win for Yokohama F Marinos at the Ajinomoto. So 31% possession for F.C.Tokyo, but a goal. It's 1-1. Again, it must be a worry. I don't think he has too many concerns going forward here with his team, Kevin Muscat, but at the back, Goodness me, those high fullbacks often leave themselves vulnerable. Nagato on the left, Matsubara on the right, and it was down the left-hand side, F.C.Tokyo's left, that goal came. Now they'll step it up. The F Marinos, MEIJI, Nakagawa, Kazumi, back for Shirai. Possession surrendered though. Tanaka. Shinosuke Tanaka again. Matsubara. Half-time at the Nove. Vissel Kobe 0, Kashiwa Reysol 1. Wow. Mawasoya with the goal right at the end of the first half there at the Nove Stadium. So the team level pegging with the F Marinos at the top of J1, trailing at home against struggling Kashiwa Reysol. Big chance here for the F Marinos. Both of those helped out by Nagoya Grampus's defeat against the Urawa Reds 24 hours ago. Sumida once again, they're backing off him. It's Sumida. There's just contact there from Atanaka, taking all the heat out of the pass across. Kimura. It's Nagatomo starting the attack. Legendary Nagatomo, fantastic that F.C.Tokyo have been able to lure him back at the tail end of his career. Matthias will try and use his pace here. Nagatomo uses all that experience, the second most capped Japan international in history, 142 internationals for Yuto Nagatomo. Yasuhito Endo's all-time record. Nagatomo just about manages to get away with one. Punt into the air found at Nakagawa, and here's the goal scorer Diego Oliveira. Good vision, Oliveira, and Eduardo was just about on the limit there. He's directed that back to Hiroki Ikura. Marinos will build again. MEIJI. Left him a bit of room here. Shirai will try and come across. MEIJI sends that into the area. Nozawa with a strong fist away. Followed through and seemed to clatter Anderson Lopez there. No blame attached to the goalkeeper. Just committed to getting in the way. Racing incident, really, nothing more. He'll be okay. Takes more than that, really, to floor the immensely physical Anderson Lopez. 16 goals, already better than his 11 last season. He was joint top scorer with Leo Chiara, who departed for Cerezo Osaka. Three sort of separate stints, really, in Japanese football for Anderson Lopez. Punctuated by years abroad. The first a year in Seoul, then back with Consadole Sapporo, and then away to Wuhan for a year. Back to the Marinos. They need him fit and firing, certainly with the commitments at the back end of this season. Looming large. Carried all the way through to Anderson Lopez, 2 white shirts around him, just relieve him of the ball. Bruising affair this, really, for the Marinos. They know they're in a match here. Nagatomo was putting his foot in. 200 appearances for Inter in Italy, 170 in Serie A. He was with Galatasaray, Marseille. Returned to the Japanese capital in 2021. Free kick will be taken by Jan Matthias here. Made a flick, got a flick as well, but didn't quite pan out for the F Marinos. Again, a lot of white shirts there, alert, focused. Needed to do to keep the ball away, really, from the danger zone. It was Miyashi who got the flick on. No one quite read it. There's Higachi. Shirai. Keikozumi. Morishige. Turns and plays it safe. Here's Nagatomo. That's very loose. Oh dear. Kimura left it for Nozawa. Nozawa left it for Kimura. Here's Nagatomo. Finally rushed into playing that out of play. He's just looking to clip it. Matsubara with the throw. Throw conceded by Seiji Kimura. First league match was a thriller, 3rd of June. Marinos won it by 3-2. Marcos Junior got the winning goal a minute from time. Not part of the setup at the moment. Anderson Lopez with the other 2 goals. One of the quickest in J1 this season. He scored inside 60 seconds that day, Anderson Lopez. Oliveira hungry for that pickup. It's Diego Oliveira. He's got Nakagawa on the right-hand side. He's decided to play it through. It's Terence Sumida, the three in the area. Diego Oliveira was waiting. Igachi. Nakagawa, Keigo Igachi again. They're back at their stations here, the Marinos. Flip over the top by Morishige. And Shirai. Really defending. Inside the last 10 minutes of the first half at the Nissan Stadium. Yokohama F Marinos 1, F.C.Tokyo 1. Katsuya Nagato's goal cancelled out by Diego Oliveira. Diego Oliveira causing problems again. Terence Sumida, no. He just spotted that gap at the near post there, but it wasn't full of conviction, that final attempt there from Terence Sumida. Keigo Igachi square, who showed his displeasure at the outcome there. Good attacking situation for FC Tokyo. Combinations of play, the patterns, the movement again from Marinos as they try and move forward. It doesn't work out on that occasion. Bit of room now for MEIJI. MEIJI comes in early. Anderson Lopez the target again. Positive keeping from Nozawa. We've got to be careful here. Picked up by Jan Matthias. Nagato, Kida, Matsubara. Kida again, that quick ball through, nicely done. Nagato. Watanabe, Matsubara. Spoiling play, an effective play from FC Tokyo. And now they can try and build. Surging forward through the middle. There are plenty of options here. One of them's Diego Oliveira. He rolls it into the near post. No, not quite. But he's a threat constantly, isn't he? Five-year servant now at FC Tokyo, Diego Oliveira, since arriving from Kashiwa Reysol. Today his 65th J1 goal in 182 league appearances. Clear trip on Seiji Kimura. Maybe only 21, but you can see why the faith has been placed in him here. He's a giant of a guy. Only his third ever start at 21. Actually made his debut for FC Tokyo at 18, did Seiji Kimura. One start last season. It's only his second start this. Diego Oliveira, well dealt with there by Atanaka. And the Brazilian's been caught here. There's almost a physical duel there between Shinosuke Hatanaka and Diego Oliveira. been kept in play there. It was Morishige with a really sharp pass. For Jan Matthias, picks it up nicely. Good feed again from Matthias. Well, Nagatomo just snapping in and drawing the foul. Great asset still, isn't he, Nagatomo? Super fit, super alert, and as hungry as he always was, the veteran left back. Kimura, last 5 of the first half. Diego Oliveira. Mixed up a bit there. Watanabe! He's caught. Yeah, you can have a few complaints here. It was a little lash out, born out of nothing more than frustration. Diego Oliveira, who had just lost possession a few moments previously there. Eagerness to make amends does that. Bit cheap, bit silly. Pressing high here, F.C.Tokyo. There's the left back, Nagato. Forward almost from that sort of left-sided midfield position there, as they just try and fan out a bit and try and find space to get through this well-drilled F.C.Tokyo unit. A lot of possession. Marinos in the early stages, which of course yielded that opening goal from Katsuya Nagato. But it's been really impressive stuff from Peter Lemovsky's F.C.Tokyo since. Seven minutes into the second half, and Kashiwa Reysol still leading Vissel Kobe at the Novare, so were things to end as they are now, in terms of this weekend of J1 fixtures, the Marinos would have the edge again over Vissel Kobe by a point at the top. They would be 3 points clear of Nagoya Grampus. That won't be satisfactory for either Marinos or Vissel. Oliveira did enough to just nick the ball there off the toes of Koto Watanabe. He's taking a knock for his troubles as well, so he's not going to be a potential target for the cross, and that's tough to watch really when you consider the way that they won possession back with Diego Oliveira. That distribution has to be better. This is a good situation from open play. And unfortunately, Kosuke Shirai can't pick out one of the 3 targets. Show their exasperation. Matthias extends to try and bring the ball under his spell. Nagatomo there, breathing down his neck as ever. Matsubara now with the throw. As for his Brazilian colleague Anderson Lopez, it just wouldn't drop. Yeah, an advantage was willing to be played there, but none was forthcoming. So instead it will be an F.C.Tokyo free kick here. Closing stages now of this first half. leaves that foot in. The challenge was mistimed. Takuma Nishimura, normally he's a wide-sided player or can play through the middle, but Kevin Muscat fancies him in that number 10 role. 19th start this season, and Marcus Jr. has discovered that he's the misfit at present. But there is a lot of attacking prowess on the bench, really, if Kevin Muscat sees fit. And I think he might if it's still tight in the second half here. Certainly Nam, the Korean, you might well see a glimpse of him. Teruya Tsumido's had a good first half, generally speaking, down this left. Good combination with Yuta Nagatomo. Finding space, causing problems, running at the Marinos back line. It was he who created the equalising goal as well for Diego Oliveira. So into added on time here. 3 minutes. We've had 60 seconds off that. Anyway, Kato Watanabe will latch onto that. Peter Lemofsky can be satisfied here with the first 45 minutes from his F.C.Tokyo team. Really decent unit, it seems he's got drilled here since Albert Puig was no more in terms of his tenure as the F.C.Tokyo coach. He resigned. That was the opening goal from Katsuya Nagato tonight. Resigned after the defeat to Gamba Osaka on the 11th of June, the Spaniard Puig. Lemofsky in for 3 straight wins on the bounce. The first of those was in the Levane Cup against Kyoto Sanga, and then back-to-back in the league against Nagoya Grampus and Kashiwa Reysol. Anderson Lopez scratching away there with Keigo Igachi. Last thrust forward in this first half from Yokohama F Marinos. F.C.Tokyo are not making it easy for the defending J1 champions. It's 1-1 here at the Nissan Stadium. The left back Katsuya Nagato gave the Marinos the lead in the 12th minute. But just over 10 minutes later, on the back of a quick counter-attack, Teruya Sumida got away down the left-hand side, found Diego Oliveira, the Brazilian, had the ball in the net. That was his 12th goal of the season. It was the equalising goal, and there's been no breakthrough since then. So this is stoic and dogged from F.C.Tokyo at half-time here at the Nissan Stadium. It is Yokohama F Marinos 1, F.C.Tokyo 1.
はい、じゃあお願いします。装飾品大丈夫ね。はい、OK です。じゃあ
So welcome back then to the Nissan Stadium for the second half of Yokohama F Marinos against F.C.Tokyo. 1-1 is the score at the break, and we're just seeing here that Kevin Muscat has made a change. Kenta Inui has replaced Jan Matthias. So Inui, in his first year with the Marinos, signed in the off-season from Oita Trinita off the bench for the 10th time. Let's see if there's any change to the attacking thrust here as they stay with the three up with Nishimura supporting. Still the Korean new signing Nam ready, I'm sure, to make an impact at some stage here. Been workmanlike from FC Tokyo. Nakagawa has been a threat alongside Oliveira and Teruya Sumida, the front three for FC Tokyo. They've had a go here and certainly open to hitting the Marinos on the counter. They do leave themselves a little bit open with the forward-minded fullbacks, Nagato and Matsubara, to the F Marinos. And Lamovsky's FC Tokyo team have taken their moment. They've seized their chance tonight when presented with the sucker punch opportunity. Diego Oliveira's goal having levelled up Nagato's hit. So we're all square heading into the second 45. Second half underway at the Nissan Stadium. There is a big chance here for Yokohama F Marinos to just sharpen their elbows and get above Vissel Kobe. And Kobe about half an hour ahead of the Marinos in terms of their kickoff times today. They trail still with 15 minutes to go against Kashiwa Reysol at home. So already a point would be good enough to go above Vissel Kobe at the close of play today, but winning outcome here, and that really would be a bonus with Nagoya Grampus slipping up on this match week as well in J1. There's a real opportunity here for the defending champions as they look to join Kashima Antlers and Kawasaki Frontale as the only Japanese top flight clubs to win back-to-back titles on different occasions. The Antlers did it in 2000 and 2001, and then again they won 3 in a row, 07, 08 and 09. Kawasaki Frontale over the last half dozen years, we know about their success. Toru Iniki did it in 2017 and 2018, won J1 again 2020 and 2021. Second, of course, Frontale to Kevin Muscat's Marinos last year. But they do have to shore up at the back, surely, the Marinos, if they want this next title. Kura continuing in goal in place of Junichi Mori. And Nakagawa continues to try and get one over his old team. Nice idea, but the pass was too heavy for Kazuki Shirai. But big performance was needed from Seiji Kimura tonight. So far, so good from the giant youngster, 21-year-old alongside Mareshigi, because Enrique, the Brazilian first-choice centre-half, picked up a 4th booking of the season last week and was suspended for tonight. It's Kazumi there on Takuya Kida. The referee reaching for another card, it seems. Just from the back here, Kei Kazumi, one of the recruits, end of 2022, start of 2023 from Sagan Tosu. And immediately a good attacking situation here with a dead ball for the F Marinos. Marinos with that change. Remember Jan Matthias having been replaced at half-time by Kenta Inui, wearing 17. There he is, Inui there, just about in the middle of the picture at the moment. Eduardo comes forward, Subaru there as well. I love those low-angle shots, give us the depth of the stadium and the quality of the bounce from the Marinos faithful tonight. No. After all that, the effort just isn't there from Nagato. Looking for his second of the night. Ball went up, just didn't come down. His second goal, by the way, of this campaign, Katsuya. Very loose. Ryo Miyachi, he started really well, didn't he? But more and more F.C.Tokyo got into the game and just shut down those supply lines to the front three. We've left a largely peripheral figure. Corner works short. So Nagato to the edge of the area. It was Matsubara. Too much traffic in between he and Nozawa's goal. Watanabe. And Nagato again. It's a risky business. Eduardo gets in there. So it's Sumida dispossessed. It's into Anderson Lopez. Oh, the first touch was good. The second just clogged up in between his feet. I thought he was just going to roll that through and give himself chance for the shot. Not quite. They dig in there. F.C.Tokyo get the ball away. Diego Oliveira, little pass around the corner now for Kazuki Shirai. Down the right-hand side they break. There's the overlapper, Keigo Igachi, he gets tangled up. Once again though, that sucker punch potentiality, it almost happened. It was the route by which they got their equalising goal, FC Tokyo. It looked like there might be a way again. An equaliser came down the left, this was down the right. Ken Matsubara plays that in behind Anderson Lopez. Kei Kazumi picks it up. There's all sorts of room to run into space as well. Diego Oliveira tries to feed it there to Ryoma Watanabe. Marino deal with it. Safety does it. Back to Nozawa, the goalkeeper. Challenge. Nagatomo. Miyachi waits for support. Arrives in the form of Kota Watanabe. Tanaka. Here's Inui. 7 minutes into the second half. Substitute finally gets a kick. And goes on the overlap as well, Inui. And just forces that full back to just match the pace. Get the foot in. Nagatomo versus Inui. That's the duel here. No corners in that first half. Yeah, the Marinos have one. Outswinger as well. Contact takes it away, but takes it away safely from Nozawa. Here's the throw, which Nagato will take. Kida. Eduardo. Atanaka. No. They're all hungry when there's the turnover. Here's Diego Oliveira. And just slips it through there to Nakagawa. Too heavy. Nice idea. But again, there'll be those danger signals. couldn't combine with that pass that Oliveira to Nakagawa. So Nishimura. Kida. Miyachi. Well dealt with. Shirai gets there. Watanabe helps out. Shirai just turns that back to Morishige. F.C.Tokyo. Nice and calm. In no hurry here. You know about the history of the F Marinos, Yokohama Marinos and Yokohama Flugels that merged. Here come Tokyo. No. Foot in. Igachi. There was just that a late challenge there, as they were just on the stretch a little to try and keep this attacking momentum going. And Nakagawa leaves his foot in and catches Shinizuki Atanaka there. Yeah, no hard feelings. Again, between those players that know each other well, the former teammates, but the Flugels and the Marinos, two separate clubs, of course, before to merge to become the Yokohama F Marinos. F.C.Tokyo promoted to J1 at the first time of asking in 1999, a newer club. Spent 11 years in the top flight, finishing 4th in 2003. They won the J.League Cup in 2005 under Hiromi Hara. Levane Cup again in 2009. Relegated in 2010, but promoted immediately. They won J2 by 8 points under Kiyoshi Akuma in 2011. This is now their 12th year in the top flight, where they've established themselves as a solidly top half team. 9 times in the top 10. Highest of which was runners-up in the 2019 season, runners-up to the F Marinos. Right up there as well, fighting for the title until the last few matches. They drew 2 of their last 3, lost to the Marinos here on the last day. It's as close as they've come. Did at least qualify for the AFC Champions League for that 2020 season. To the round of 16, F.C.Tokyo beaten by Beijing FC. Here come the F Marinos. It's Anderson Lopez. It's a good challenge. He was guilty maybe of just waiting for the ball to come to him rather than the other way round. A bruising night as they try and protect what they've got here, F.C.Tokyo. Diego Oliveira is putting a shift in, as you may expect between a match between two clubs so close geographically. There is really good support from the visiting team here, and it might well be an issue here for Diego Oliveira. He won't want, of course, to have his activity curtailed. Get rid of that, says Diego. Immensely physical, isn't he? He's a big unit, he's a handful. He has his 3rd goal against Yokohama F Marinos in 2 matches this season. And time now for substitutes. Adailton, it seems, will be coming on. He's used to this. 14 times off the bench this season, the Brazilian. Another Brazilian, I should say. Not needed just yet. to work out if Diego Oliveira was fit to continue. The answer to that question is yes. Full-blooded stuff here. Hatanaka is the Marinos player who's taken the tumble. He goes through the back here, just catches that leg of Watanabe. Crunching challenge. Eight minutes from the end at the Nove, Yuya Asako has equalised for Vissel Kobe. It is 1-1 between Vissel and Kashiwa Reysol. And that increases his lead again over Anderson Lopez at the top of the scorers table overall in J1 this season. So Diego Oliveira, yeah, he's done his bit, and yeah, he'll be well appreciated here by his teammates. So the goal scorer is 12th of the season. That brought the scores level here at the Nissan Stadium. But he's struggling a bit here in the second half in the heat. Yeah, first chance we've had to look at this again. The earlier moment, Kenta Inui, the substitute, his first involvement. Picks the pocket there of Akota Taratsumida. Almost brought it in there to Anderson Lopez. Just not quite. That was the first touch, and it was just too awkward for him. It wouldn't sit up. Just allowed Kimura the foot in. Shinosuke Atanaka is really struggling, it seems, down there. I mean, we'll have confirmation of this F.C.Tokyo change sooner rather than later, I dare say. There we go. This is the equalising goal. It all came about, by the way, from the Marinos losing the ball a lot further up the pitch. And Nakagawa just played in Taratsumida, and on the end of it was that man. Inui already on, and Kevin Muscat, I think, will be forced into another change here. Yeah, Shinosuke Atanaka took a real clattering. He's got Kamijima and Tsunoda as the options here. I mean, Tsunoda, the previous partner for Atanaka during Eduardo's spell on the sidelines through injury this season. Now the changes, so it's Jaja Silva for Diego Oliveira. We've got Adailton as well, who will come on. So Higachi will play no further part, but again he's put a shift in the middle of the park. Keigo Higachi and Riki Harakawa is the third change. So big change here for Peter Lemofsky. It's Kamijima who is called for in place of Atanaka. And they just switch it a bit with Adailton, who's going to come to the left-hand side now, it seems, in place of Taratsumida. And Mizunuma as well for Meiji. So all change here midway through the second half at the Nissan Stadium. 1-1. Yokohama F Marinos locked with FC Tokyo. It's fair to say, I think he faded a little bit, Ryo Meiji. suggests that Mizunuma was perhaps the candidate to start in the attack for the Marinos. Noel Bear gets his chance here. Still no Nam. He's not favoured by Kevin Muscat at present for the F Marinos. He's just come in from the QSL, as has Jaja Silva, by the way. Cross is too high. Spun in by Inui. Nagato. Charlie Hilton, who tried to snap in. That's it. Jaja Silva picks it up off the bench for the third time, wearing 20. The Brazilian Anderson Lopez holds it up. He'll try and be the option in the middle here. The ball's out for Kenta Inui. Switch to this left-hand side. Mizunuma. Kida watched it come across. They lost the momentum and lost a little bit of the conviction in that attack there. Adailton with his first touch. That's a nice little turn around the corner by Jaja Silva. He sends Adailton away. Opportunities here. It's a 3-on-2. It's Adailton. Oh, he had an option in the middle. Jaja Silva tries to drill it across. Still there. Draws the save from Ikora. Fantastic energy from the F.C.Tokyo substitutes. They almost had the lead here at the Nissan. 25 minutes to go. Really opening up now. Nishimura. Back from Mizunuma. Comes through Matsubara, who's pushed well forward. And then that's into nobody in particular. But wow. This would have been something. Jaja Silva. Last goal was for Dibarel Fujairah on the 12th of May. He's almost drilled that past Ikora. He might even have made sure by squaring it there. Still 1-1. Inui, 3 square. Kenta Inui still going. It's Inui, and he flashes the shot over the top. But again, well played FC Tokyo defensively. Those 2 white shirts just following him the whole way here. Shirai locked in, and then Kimura just slides across. And there's not enough of a route through to goal there for Kenta Inui. So Mizunuma to the right of Anderson Lopez, Inui now to the left. As the F Marinos will try and push on and look for this winning goal. 5 minutes into stoppages at the Novir. It's Vissel Kobe 1, Kashiwa Reysol 1. It's Jaja Silva trying to combine again with Adailton. Arakawa as well, the other substitute, says, come on, switch it left. They look lively though, don't they? Jaja Silva and Adailton, 2 subs for FC Tokyo. Inui with the foul from Shirai. So that'll be a Marinos free kick. Well, the mid-season switches worked out. Lemowski knows what he's doing. Shirai is just joined from Kyoto Sanga, where he was an ever-present Useful fullback here to complement Nagatomo on the opposite side. Well, they're rocking whatever happens. It seems that Kobe are to be denied the full 3 points at least. So a big chance here for Kevin Muscat and the Yokohama F Marinos. 1-1 at the Novir, it's 1-1 here at the Nissan. Again, it would be exactly the same the whole way through after 24 played, if indeed it stays as it is here. Both Vissel Kobe and the F Marinos would be 114, drawn 6, lost 4 from 24 played. Again, the goal difference would be +3 in Kobe's favour, so thus Kobe would stay top, but only on that goal differential. Delivery is not good. After all that, big long delay before Katsuya Nagato could play in that free kick. Kenta Inui, it seems, is fine. So we're going to have copious amounts of stoppage time surely at the end, but we've reached 70 minutes, final 20 of the 90 here at the Nissan. Nagato. Kamijima. Off the bench for the 10th time this season. Started 6 in the early rounds. Takumi Kamijima, Shinizuke Atanaka's replacement. They're going to need everyone fit and ready. J.League Cup, J1, AFC Champions League, Yokohama F Marinos. Starting next month. Combinations again. Nagatomo there just to mop up. Bit of a slice there from Nozawa. Not sure whether he or Kimura would take charge of that situation. Now then, here we go. Thought we might be seeing him at some stage. This is Nam Tae-hee, the 32-year-old Korea Republic international. Just arrived from the Qatari champions, Al Duhail. He's left Hernan Crespo's manager of that club. And a real chance now to hit the ground running as the replacement for Anderson Lopez. Joined at the start of August, only now the correct paperwork and so on, and match fitness has been reached. And we might be seeing a new star here for the F Marinos. Anderson Lopez, well, it's not quite happened for him. He's been well stifled and has to be stoic, really, about his substitution here. So Nam Tae-hee comes on. Debut now for the F Marinos. A little pang of anticipation as to what he can do. Wearing 29 up there now. Shirai, a bit rushed that. It was angled back towards Eduardo. There's Nam. Plays more, to be fair, as an attacking midfielder. Has played up front for Al Duhail this season. Perhaps the Nishimura position just in that number 10 role behind the central striker is the preferred role. Here he is now. Nagato. So Nagato with the Namtehi. Quick play, there's the layoff and the offloads. Shooting chance on the turn, which is deflected over from Nishimura. So a good little spin, but again, body's in the way. They've defended so well here, F.C.Tokyo. It was nicely done. And he had the first chest down there, Takuma Nishimura. There was then an option as the ball was played back to him on the edge of the area. Corner. Played in near post. Flick over the top. Now, was there. Well, that would have been something. He'd been able to test the goalkeeper with that flick. Still no breakthrough. 1-1 remains the score here. Nagato and Diego Oliveira inside the first 23 minutes of this match. It has finished 1-1 at the Nove Stadium, Vissel Kobe and Kashiwa Reysol. So that is the joint top team, held by the side third from bottom and in danger of being relegated. Just 2 points off Shonan Bellmare, J1's bottom team, Kashiwa Reysol, and only one team will be relegated from J1 this season as the division expands for next year. They've been given a big invitation here, the F Marinos, as we look again at the opening goal. Came in the 12th minute, left back Nagato. His second goal of the season, the 28-year-old. About the immediacy of the requirement just to put pressure on top of this derby week next week against Yokohama FC for the Marinos. Watanabe just drills that straight at Hiroki Ikura. This is the fourth match, the last 5 at home for the Marinos. They're actually on the road 3 in a row, starting with the visit to Yokohama FC next week. Zawa gathers after the derby. It's Kashiwa Reysol away. And then the first leg of the J-League Cup quarter-final. Fly up to Sapporo for that one. So over the last quarter of an hour, those stats, a pair of shots for the F Marinos, nothing from Tokyo, and the possession, as far as the visitors are concerned, inferior as well. So just before that, then, the visitors attack with that Jaja Silva strike. He tries to get back. Jaja Silva just to help defend. Matsubara with that back heel. Almost dispossessed. There's Eduardo. Honest swipe through. Now then, they've got to get this right, otherwise they'll be vulnerable once again, the Marinos, to the counter-attack. The ball is played over the top by Ailton for Ryoma Watanabe. They've got Harakawa coming forward. Oh, and that was a chance for Ailton. He knows it. It's just a rather timid header in the end. He got into position. Couldn't properly test Ikura. Goodness me, they were left exposed again, the Marinos. So Watanabe Gives it to Inui. The give and go. Past Shirai. It's Kenta Inui. Checks back. Watanabe is his option. Kida. Little ball through for Nishimura. Well defended again. And then Nakagawa. Pretty much chopped down. Yeah, they knew that was coming. Namu got involved as well with the challenge. Just helping out Katsuya Nagato just to stop any counter-attack potential in the bird here from Terahito Nakagawa. Marinos aren't at home again in J1 until the 16th of September. Sagan Tosu come here. By then we'll know the outcome of their J-League Cup quarter-final with Sapporo. Roki Tsukagawa comes on for Terahito Nakagawa. So it's a midfielder for a striker. Now then, sticking rather than twisting here. Perhaps sensibly, Peter Lamofsky. Kevin Muscat. There's also to bring in Ryotaro Tsunada. So another centre half. Replaces our goal scorer. No more Nagato. Done well to keep that in. Swept across. Have to defend it there, Marinos. Ball was played in brilliantly here. And it is again. Watanabe couldn't pick the ball out from in between his feet. It was all very awkward there. Really good challenge there, just stopping Nam from running clear. That was excellent. So there was Nam. That's a great recovery challenge from Kazuki Shirai. He'll take that. Towering performance from Seiji Kimura. We're inside the last 10 minutes. Jaja Silva punts that over the top. Good ball. Kura thought about coming to try and claim that, but Watanabe is there first, and Watanabe has two to aim for. Good ball in for Tsunagawa. That needed defending. That was on its way, that cross for Koki Tsunagawa. Watanabe picked it up. Just has room here to work out who to pick out. Corner, Riki Arakawa is going to trot across to take this. One of the substitutes, Arakawa. White shirts in there, there's the flick, it's off the crossbar. Wow, it's a good delivery, that really strong whip on that into the near post. And that flick so near to putting F.C.Tokyo into the lead here. It's Ada Hilton, isn't it? It's a great contact. Yet there's two there. It's Ada Hilton who makes that header, and F.C.Tokyo so close to taking the lead. Yeah, agony. But here they come. Once again with Jaja Silva. It's Watanabe. Two stopping the cross. Watanabe again! Oh, so close! What an effort from Ryoma Watanabe. F.C.Tokyo hitting the woodwork twice in the space of 60 seconds. The Marinos are rocking and reeling. Oh, so unlucky. Not the once, but the twice. Two fine efforts, and that's really tight on F.C.Tokyo. Nishimura. What a bend on that effort from Watanabe. I'm looking forward to seeing that again. Nakura, nowhere near it. Nam, going to drill it across. Nishimura couldn't arrange his body in time. It came in at an awkward height. Watanabe cuts inside. Kida. Options here for the F Marinos. Two in the middle. Nam's there. Inui also. And Nozawa grabs it at the second attempt. That would have been so tight on Tokyo. Had the F Marinos forced a goal there. Goodness me, would that have been tight. I mean, they could have been ahead though. I mean, if this effort had been cleaner from Inui. Just seems to scuff it a bit, doesn't he? He's there with Nam. They're pretty much sharpening their elbows to get each other out of the way for the honour. Great drama inside the final 10 minutes at the Nissan. Nam, seen plenty of the ball. Watanabe. Inui. Danger signs again. No, Inui slices it, really. Worrying times, though, for F.C.Tokyo as they use these wide players, Mizenuma and Inui. Now then, what about this? Goodness me, what an effort. Would have been one of the goals of the season. Watanabe just millimetres away there from putting F.C.Tokyo into the lead. What, just 30 seconds after Adailton had hit the opposite part of the crossbar. He's got a team set up here, hasn't he, Peter Lemovsky? How far can they go in the second half of the season? It's been a really good performance. But they're still vulnerable. It's 1-1. Anything could happen. The F Marinos are capable of champion moments and winning games that they really oughtn't be winning. Inui. Kamijima. Inui. No, he's not going to get to that. Well, F.C.Tokyo remains to be seen what they will leave Yokohama with here. But they're at home at the Ajinomoto next week against Vissel Kobe. It's a tough little run, isn't it? The joint leading teams back-to-back for Peter Lemovsky's team, and then it's the Avispa Fukuoka matches. There's one in the league and then back-to-back in the quarterfinals of the JLC. So 3 times in a row they will play Avispa Fukuoka in September. Watanabe hoists the ball across again, too high for Adailton. It's just played away. Mizunuma back there. Can't find Nishimura. Well, got to credit both teams here. They've really gone for it, in particular F.C.Tokyo. It would have been easy to shut up shop. Just take this point, try and defend this point, but they've tried to win it. He should have won it as well. Still might win it. Shirai. Hilton's in the middle. Cross wasn't good enough that time. Room for Nam. Mizunuma plays it on. It's Nam Taehi. It draws the save from Nozawa. Only as far as Inui. And again, Nozawa saves. Oh, end-to-end stuff at the end here. Kenta Inui tried that curler. And he only just picked himself off the floor after blocking that first attempt from Nam Taehi. And sprawls across to his right to block Inui. Super keeping. That's the first save. That's an excellent save, one-handed, from Taishi Nozawa. And then this. Oh, that was heading in. That was heading for the bottom corner. A really good pair of saves. Shuei Tokumoto comes on for Ryoma Watanabe. One of the players who nearly won it here at the end. Where's it dropping? The answer is kindly for F.C.Tokyo. Mizunuma, Inui. Everyone back. Watanabe! Incredible. Truly incredible. They've tried to pick their way through. That didn't happen. So, just give it to the midfielder with a shot on him. And Kota Watanabe, into stoppages at the end, has scored what could be an utterly priceless winner for Yokohama F Marinos in the J1 title run-in. Oh, it might have taken a nick in front there of Nozawa. And you'd have to have a heart of stone not to feel for F.C.Tokyo here. It takes that nick off Riki Harakawa. Just the slightest alteration to that trajectory, and Nozawa is beaten low. Wow, just wow. Well, he picks his moments, Watanabe, he really does. It's only his second goal of the season. And we remember that first as well, Kota Watanabe. It was an absolutely beautiful curling strike. Back in April, which launched the fight back against Vissel Kobe. They ended up winning that match 3-2. He brought it back to the 2-2 that night and into stoppages here against F.C.Tokyo. An absolute ripper. Has given them the lead here. Just after that double save of the highest order from Nozawa as well. From Nam and Inui. On the back of the woodwork being struck twice from Hilton and Watanabe at the other end. We still might have another chapter written. But as it stands now, there will be room at the top for Yokohama F Marinos above Vissel Kobe, set to go 2 points clear here and 5 clear of Nagoya Grampus in third place. So here's the throw, flicked on. All the substitutes are in the mixer here. It was Tokumoto who slung that ball in. Right in front of the referee's assistant, nothing given. And get the decision, Marinos crucially. Wow, 3.5 minutes into stoppages here, and Kevin Muscat, the about to celebrate a performance worthy of champions, finding a way to win, just as they did last week against Gamba Osaka. You have to win these kind of matches if the title race is as tight as it is this season. That's the ball over the top, and bounces ideally for Ikura. Jaja Silva making a nuisance of himself. Followed that ball all the way through. Good positive keeping there from Ikura. Another super advertisement here for J1 this season. The way FC Tokyo attacked the F Marinos towards the end. A third goal would put this one to bed. It is Kenta Inui. He's going to hold it up. The sensible thing probably would be to just go around the houses, keep ball, run down the clock, take the points. Watanabe set to be the match winner, and in champagne fashion as well. One-touch stuff, it's working out. Not quite. Tsunoda with the foul, and then just the little nick on Shirai. So close now. The F Marinos, they had that blip, but normal service has been resumed at the Nissan Stadium. So it seems anyway. 4 without a win, but back-to-back wins in these Saturday night 7:30s. Gamba Osaka last week. 2-1 win there. 2-1 is the score at present here over FC Tokyo. Inui has the ball, and this will be that, surely. They'll run it down and take the points and move 2 points clear of Vissel Kobe, who are FC Tokyo's opponents next week. Having given the Marinos such a scare tonight, Peter Lemovsky can look forward to that one with some gusto. But close as they came here to nicking the win themselves, have been beaten by that man. Watanabe with the stoppage time screamer. On we go. The ball's still in play. Throw in now for FC Tokyo. Majority of the Nissan willing the final whistle. Might be time for one more sortie here for the visitors. Eduardo chasing it all the way back. Ikura there just gets in ahead of Adailton. And on we go. 6 added minutes has turned into 7. It's another throw in here. Tokumoto told to get back. The last throw of the dice here. In it goes. Jaja Silva picks up. Possession with FC Tokyo. They're going to run it all the way back, but there won't be time. It has been another performance of champions. This is what leading teams do, under the cosh, but finding a way to win. 2-1 for the second week in a row. Gamba Osaka beaten last week. FC Tokyo this week. Wow. Yokohama F Marinos go 2 points clear at the top of J1. Boy, FC Tokyo were unlucky. The goalkeeper there, Nozawa, made some brilliant saves and stoppages, but Kota Watanabe scored a champagne winner from long range to make it 2-1. Just after Adailton and Ryoma Watanabe had rattled the Marinos woodwork with Ikura beaten. They are spent, but they have a team and a half here. Something is happening under Lemovsky for FC Tokyo. Not that that's much consolation right now. Nagato gave them the lead, the Marinos. Oliveira equalised in the first half. It was 1-1 going into stoppages. And then Watanabe scored a screamer. Yokohama F Marinos 2, F.C.Tokyo 1 is the final score. The Marinos do it just. So, boy, what a way to prepare for next week's derby against Yokohama FC. The little run of 4 without a win has been pulled back, been recovered. 2 wins on the spin now for Yokohama F Marinos, and now Vissel Kobe are playing a little mini game of catch-up at the top of J1. This was a heck of a finish, it really was. Nagato with the opening goal, and then Diego Oliveira equalised in the space of the first 23 minutes. Both sides really went for the win in the second half, and it was the Marinos who did it, who got that win, thanks to Watanabe's second goal of the season. His first was a beauty at Vissel Kobe. His second was a barnstormer here against FC Tokyo. The Marinos so relieved to win, but win they did.
それでは見事な決勝ゴールを決めました渡辺康太選手にお越しいただきました。素晴らしいゴールでした。まずはゴールシーン振り返っていただけますか。
迷わず振り抜いて、入ってよかったです。
本当に受けてから迷わず振り抜いた、俺が決めてやるという気持ちが伝わってきましたが、どんな思いだったんでしょうか。
今日は特にセレモニーということもあって、いつも以上に決めてやろうっていう思いで入ってよかったです。
試合前は J1 通算100試合のセレモニー